Hello, everyone. Today I would like to gather all of your attention and dedicate this speech, my tribute speech, to my husband Jerry. So, first off, I want to talk about how this quote relates to me. It says, "I fell in love with you because of a million tiny things that you never knew that you were doing." And this is so true because a lot of times, whenever you're young, a lot of things you take for granted. You take for granted the little single aspects of a person that truly allow you to love them to the fullest potential. And I see that with my husband. There's very little characteristics that I see now that I used to not see that really have just led me to love him even more. The first characteristic that I'd like to talk about is Jerry's dedication to faith and biblical relations within our marriage. So Jerry is a man who strives to be the best he can be for me and for our family, and he strives to serve the Lord so that he can better serve us. He leads our home well in a foundation that is rooted in Christ. And this quote that I included says, "A cord of three strands is not easily broken." And that is so true because whenever, you get married, you do the little ceremony and it's three different aspects and you tie together a knot. Well, that symbolizes you, your spouse, and God within your marriage and how it unites a marriage together and fulfills it and allows it to be strong and not easily broken. The quotes that I found that attribute to this quality of my husband are, quote, "As Christians, we know that applying biblical principles to marriage gives us a stronger foundation." End quote. "What if your relationship isn't as much about you and your spouse as it is about you and God?" And all of those things are true because whenever you center your life around God first and you put Him first inside of your marriage, it will allow your marriage to prosper. And I see this with my husband. He aspires to be that and to be that for our family. That way it can fulfill and be glorified to the fullest. The second characteristic that I love about my husband and I admire about him is his willingness to serve his family and others. He is the type of person, he has a servant's heart. And this quote actually reminds me of him. It says, "Give me the heart of a servant, tender and faithful and true. Fill me with love, then use me, O Lord, so that the world can see you." And that is so true because you need to aspire to be more like God so that people can view God through you. You are the servant. You are supposed to be, of God. That way others can see His goodness. And I see that in my husband every single day. He's willing to give the shirt off of his back to anyone that needs it and to anyone that may need help and kindness and just guidance in their life. So the sources that I found that attribute to this says, "Do nothing from selfishness or empty conceit, but with humility of mind regard to one another as more important than yourselves. Do not merely look out for your own personal interests, but also for the interests of others." Phil 2:3-4. And the second quote says, "The servant who honors God is real, genuine, authentic, and serving from the heart of humility." And I see that with my husband every single day. He puts other people first. He loves to serve his family and other people, and he will drop any single aspect of his day. That way he can help and serve other people. The third characteristic that I absolutely adore about my husband is just his dedication to hard work and perseverance. He's a hard worker that does not stop whenever the going gets tough. And he strives to achieve his goals no matter what it takes. So he will do everything in his power to achieve what he wants in life. He wants to be anything but ordinary, and he really wants to be extraordinary. The quotes that I found that say that is, "Any ordinary person can stay ordinary, but those who will work hard doing a daily routine will become extraordinary people." And that is so true. I see that in every single aspect in his life, in his job, in his marriage, in his search. Just journey with God. And he just wants to be the best in every single aspect that he can. And to follow up, I would love to show y'all a picture of him. That way we can just relate all these characteristics that I have mentioned to him. This is my husband, Jerry. This was taken last year in July of 2020. And I really just feel like this picture just demonstrates everything that he is. It shows just the fact that he's just an absolute ray of light. And I adore this picture of him. And I truly feel like it shows everything that he is. And so today I would just like to thank each and every one of you for listening to my tribute speech about my husband. And I hope that everyone has a great night. Thank you.